So, what's your knowledge of programming?
0.
Zero. Absolutely zero. So this is the program that I had to write for my class, and basically it pulls up a video 3 times, and then it's supposed to do it within 2 hours, but just for debugging purposes, it pulls it up every 5 seconds. So, but that's only three. It only does it 3 times. So this should work. It's worked before. It should work here. So all you have to do is you have to go to run and then do run
Do
module.
you want me to do that?
Like, I've already done it, so it doesn't really matter. And then you can put on the headphones if you want. It doesn't really matter. No one else is going to really hear it. And of course, ads are going to pop up and stuff. But once it does it, it'll 3 times basically. It'll basically get yep. And
that was 3 videos.
that was 3 videos, so it did what it's supposed to. And if you look, there's no extra videos. So like now we're going to look at how the program works. And so again, for reference, the blurry and not focusing program. That's whatever. And so so you can if it would ever focus, we could do this. So yeah, you can see you have the basically what we start off by doing is we have we import functions or classes or things we're going to use in the program into the program so that we can use them. Because if you don't do that, the program won't realize that there's stuff that you have. Because look, if you see this time function in the web browser function, if you look in there, web browser is right there and time is right above it. You see those?
Right.
So if you don't import those, it won't recognize those as functions.
Okay.
And so we just import those first. And then up here we have a little thing where we set focus. Oh, you can just take my word for it, but that's just count, and it's and you set it to 0. And basically, what that's doing is that's basically establishing a count, the variable count as a variable. And so we can now use count in our loop over here, where it's not focusing of words.
And then you set the count to 3.
Oh no! What this happens now is this is a little check. This check basically says run. It's basically saying run this loop, and a while is it basically a loop where it just keeps going in on itself and checking this variable or this variable until the variable is true. And so what we'll do it will sleep for 5 seconds. Then it will open up a web browser, and then it will add count plus count. You can see that there.
Right.
It will take count and it'll add +1, and that will basically make count equal to 1. Then it goes back up, back in, back down, adds 1, back up, back in, back down, adds 1, and then look at this. I'm all of a sudden
Greater than 2.
I'm all of a sudden bigger than 3.
No, you're bigger than 2.
No, wait. No. It's equal to 3. Therefore, it's
stops.
It's no longer smaller than 3. So therefore, It's like, oh wait, I'm no longer I no longer fill this requirement. I'm gonna stop running this loop, and so it stops running the loop, and so you'd have to run it to get it to start again. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
And so also there's this little thing where if you look over here on the shell, that basically tells you what time you run it at.
Uh-huh.
And that's because we're also using another part of the time import, the time function. We're using the C time, which gives you the current time
from
your computer. And you just use print statement, and then just take whatever you want to type, and then in parentheses you can type that, and that will make it that'll make C time appear because you've already called C time, and the quotation marks help differentiate strings from not strings. So it's a really simple program.
Awesome.
So
I think I can make a program that on Python would open 3 browser windows in increments of 5 seconds.
Well,
I feel really educated.
well,
now.
I was going to ask you now, how much do you know about programming now?
I know this much.
Well, how much you used to know?
0.
So
I've learned. Thank you
she's
for
learned.
teaching me.